The number of parts produced by 3 different machines are shown in the table. Only one of the machines produces parts at a constant rate. Write an equation that can be used to represent y, the number of parts produced in x minutes for that machine. So the first thing we need to do to answer this question is figure out which machine produces parts at a constant rate, machine Q, R, or S. So we need to compare the number of parts to the number of minutes. So we have the same minutes for each row in our table. We have 1 minute, 3 minute, and 9 minutes. It's the amount of parts that the machine produces that changes for Q, R, and S in the different columns. So let's look at machine Q first. So machine Q is producing 9 parts in 1 minute, 18 parts in 3 minutes, and 27 parts in 9 minutes. So if that were a constant relationship, if it was produced at a constant rate, the ratio of the parts machine Q made to the minutes it took would be equal for each row. Well, if we look at those ratios, we have 9 over 1, 18 over 3, and 27 over 9. Those are not equal to each other. Right away, 9 over 1 is not equal to 18 over 3, and 27 over 9, that's not going to be equal. So machine Q does not produce parts at a constant rate. Now let's look next at machine R. So we'll do the same thing. We'll compare 8 over 1 to 24 over 3 to 72 over 9. We'll look at the ratios of the number of parts that machine R is making in the certain amount of minutes that it takes. So that would be 8 over 1, 24 over 3, and 72 over 9. And lo and behold, they are equal. 8 over 1 equals 24 over 3 equals 72 over 9. They all equal 8. So machine R is producing at a constant rate those parts. The ratios are the same for minutes 1, 3, and 9 with the amount of parts it's producing. Let's just check machine S before we move on to the equation that could represent machine R. Let's make sure machine S is not also producing parts at a constant rate. Let's check 6 over 1, 18 over 3, and 52 over 9. So that would give ratio 6 over 1, 18 over 3, and 52 over 9. Well, 6 over 1 does equal 18 over 3. 18 over 3 does equal 6 over 1 as well, but that does not equal 52 over 9. 52 over 9 is approximately 5.78 over 1. So the first 2 rows of machine S would work and start to be constant, but that next row messes up the pattern. So it's not a constant production. The only machine that produces the parts at a constant rate is machine R. So now we want to write the equation that can be used to represent the number of parts produced, y, in x minutes for that machine. So let's look at those ratios again. We had 8 over 1, 24 over 3, and 72 over 9. And we said they were all equivalent. They all equal 8. So the constant of proportionality is 8. So if we have our equation, y equals kx, that's the equation in the format we use for this constant proportional relationship, we can input that k is equal to 8. So our answer would be y equals 8x for machine R, making our answer choice B.